Hey, so today we're talking about persuasion. This is just the quick version, we're just getting started. We'll definitely revisit this more this year, but I wanted to give you a grounding before I had you take a practice PBA about persuasion. So here we go. Persuasion, it's a noun. It's the art of convincing others to believe information or act in a certain way. Something I try to do every day, getting people to do work. It doesn't always work. There's lots of reasons for that. But really? An art? Isn't it just like I tell you to do something and you go do it? No, it's so much more complicated. Depending on who the audience is and who the speaker is and how professional you look and what they're interested in hearing and what time of day it is and what time of year it is, there's so many factors. That's why it's an art, to know how to manage all of that and to get a message across that really gets your point across. Some people got natural charisma. Some people can just do this. It's not a thing for good or bad. Some people have it. Some have to work at it. Most of us have to work at it. We can learn how to persuade and how to interact effectively with others. But why? Who cares? Well, it can't be overstated that if you want to make change in this world, you need to persuade people to help you. They'll help you achieve goals, change minds, improve your community, save lives, if you can reach them, if you can convince them that you know what's best, that you know the way forward. I think back to 2015, when the Supreme Court ruled in Obergefell v. Hodges that same-sex marriage was legal in the United States, that people had the right to love who they loved and celebrate that in a legal marriage. For years, that position was unheard of. In 2008, when Obama was running for election, this is a pretty progressive guy, he actually had to lie and say he didn't support gay marriage politically because nobody would vote for him. That was a totally different time from 7 years later in 2015 when we're celebrating same-sex marriage being legalized in the streets. And it's because we had activists, people, doing the work of persuading their friends and neighbors, saying, you know me, your brother or your cousin or your friend, somebody that you know and love, and I should have the same rights that you do. A persuasive message starts with a claim. This is a statement that you want someone to believe in or act upon. It's the point you're trying to make. It's the thing you're trying to change. So in that previous example, the claim might be that same-sex marriage should be legalized. It's a big overarching statement. But then we give our reasons. So these are more specific. These are about why you think your claim is correct. If the claim is same-sex marriage should be legalized, a reason could be it helps people while taking nothing away from others. Well, how do I know that? The third part of a message is the evidence. It's your specific proof. Examples might include text or scientific data. In our case, the claim is that same-sex marriage should be legalized. The reason is that it helps a lot of people but doesn't take anything away from others. Evidence might be, a certain percentage of the population identifies as LGBTQ and they should have the same right to marry as everybody else. But any legislation would not take away a right to marry from another adult in America. We're just adding more people into the pot. You don't have to memorize this format now. You don't have to be an expert at this just because you heard me say it once. We're going to come back to this. We're going to do practice. We're going to figure out exactly how to write strong claims and then back them up. But that is the point I want to get across today. The takeaway is this. You can say anything you want to anybody. They may believe you or they may not. But if you want to be truly persuasive, you need to back those claims up.